Hey everyone, how is everyone doing on this Tuesday night? Tuesday, July 16, 2024. How is everyone, huh? I'm trying to actually balance my weight because I've been shifting, to compensate for the goddamn sciatica on this side, right? My left leg. So, not easy, not easy. 3 months and 10 days, right? As I'm telling my wife, she's on the phone. Uh, speaking of which, all right. So I have started doing this sort of like the military sort of regiment for the pain, right? I'm not doing the regular physical therapy, but I'm doing this like, multitude of things, uh, where they have, chiropractors, they also have massage people, they also have the heat, and they also do the what do you call the stretching of the legs, right? Decompression, that's what it's called. And so I'm going to try that for a month up until July, up until August, like 10th, 11th. All right, that week. And what's up? My wife is on the phone, sorry. She's on the other side of the globe, and I'm trying to tell her to get some sleep. But obviously, she's supposed to be here by now. All right, thanks to the immigration. All right, this is her home. All right, how many times should I say that? Every time I should say that to remind the immigration people. But in any case, so the pain is there, right? And I got to do this. And I was actually listening to Bill Burr the other day. Apparently, he went through exact same shit like 6 years ago. No, no, I'm sorry, 8 years ago. 2016. Well, I started listening to Bill Burr. I think it was 2017, right? And I think that's when I actually started doing my podcast. Not, I mean, 2018 is when I was doing every week, right? Almost, which is like 6 years. And then so he was saying that he went through some exact, more or less, I shouldn't say exact, more or less the same pain on his left leg, right? And around this time of the fucking year, all right? But you have to take the pain. If you want to be actually better, you have to take the pain. And I was with the chiropractor today, and she was trying to do one of those like, exercises, and I just couldn't do it because the pain was too much. And she looked at me, she looked at my miserable face, and she's like, "Listen, let's not try this today. Let's not try this today. We're gonna try this in a couple of weeks." I think that's what she said. So it is what it is, all right? Without turning my podcast into like saga of my sciatica, all right? Hold on a second, please. Hold on, please. All right. Say, are you going to go to sleep? Are you going to stay with me? You want to stay with me? Because I have to go on until 11 p.m. It's up to you. No, I'm saying, all right, you can stay with me. Stay with me, that's fine. And you can go to sleep at any time, right? Or no? Hello? She doesn't want to talk to me, I think. Um, and I was out Saturday night. I was out for a little bit, but then Sunday Sunday actually me and two of my sisters, my brother-in-law, we went to Bear Mountain National Park, right? State Park, where the hell it is. And so after that, there was the Copa game, right? And I was just texting my ex-boss, lol. He was like, "What the hell is that Copa?" I'm like, dude, that's the final. North America and South America final soccer. He's like, who gives a fuck? He's American. You know, that's why he didn't even bother to reply to me. Because I was asking him, hey man, are you at the marina down there? We were in Terrytown, right? Was south of the Bear Mountain State Park, where we wanted to go to Terrytown and watch the game, right? But in any case, so that was nice. I got a little worked up because I was in fucking pain on carrying this stuff, right? Try to find my sisters and the folks, right? But in any case, all right, I got worked up and I apologized to them. My wife was like, "Oh, you should apologize to your sisters." I did, but no, because I didn't want to walk the full fucking length of the lake. They didn't give me the information about where they were located, right? In any case, all right. Um, and then I think it was Friday night. Oh, so Friday. Oh, okay. So I watched on Netflix Back to the Future, three of them, back to back. Back to the Future, back to back. Remember? One of the best science fiction movies or series, right? I think by far Back to the Future for that era, which is 1980s, right? 1980 was the best time for, I think, one of the best times for science fiction. And then after that, I think it was the 2000s. 2000s? No, not 2000. 2010s. Then we had some good like science fiction movies, right? Star Wars came back, right? When was that? 2009? No, 2015 is when Star Wars came back, right? And then the Blade Runner, remember? And then a couple of other movies which came back, right? Oh, Prometheus, remember? And then the second one, right? After Prometheus. But if you go back to like the science fiction of the 1980s, those are the best movies. Those are the best science fiction movies. Ones are some of all times. All right. And so I did that. I was kind of miserable Friday night. I don't know why. I guess I was just depressed because of this condition. And, all my friends are, and I'm not with my wife. She's not here. And, and I can't, like I can't play golf. I can't hike, you know. Like if I were to go to Bear Mountains, I would have hiked, at least halfway through up to like Anthony's Nose, right? One of them, Storm Kings. And my wife would be on the phone with me, right? And I would show her around Hudson River. But I can't even do that anymore. And just the thought of even like the weekend now makes me depressed. What are you gonna do? Just stay home? I don't know. Um, yeah, it's the reality of fucking life I have to deal with. Yeah, you can say, oh, you didn't get into a car accident or you get into a real like pain. Well, this is the fucking real. It's as real as any fucking pain. It's actually even worse, all right? At least if you fall off a fucking cliff, you got injured, right? This thing just appears at my age, and apparently also people in their 30s and 40s, right? Um, so, all right, let's talk about something else. I talked about movies, and then yesterday, I couldn't even get up because I went to see the last 10 minutes of the game, right? And my sister drove the car back, and there were these guys actually hang out at Zeppelin Hall. They were there. Everybody was there basically watching the game because they have huge screens, right? And so, except for my close friend of mine, he's down in Texas. Everybody else that I know from that part, they were there. All right. And it was kind of fun. But then I was the only one who was rooting for Argentina. Everybody else had like Colombian shirts. Hmm. And then Argentina wins the fucking game, right? Fun night, but too much fun. Too much fucking fun. Sunday night, I can't do that. Sunday night, I should be home. All right? Regardless. By midnight, I should be home. I should be home, period. If I'm out, I should be home before 11 o'clock. That's it. I can't ruin my fucking Monday, work week. And, you are out. Because that fucking game actually started really late. Because we were thinking, oh, 8 o'clock it starts, so it's going to end like 9:30, right? No, 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 no. It didn't even start before 9:30, you know? But in any case, so that was kind of fun game, right? And um, what else is going on? Oh, there's tennis going on apparently. Tennis. At least I can watch some sports. Oh, I had to set up this goddamn Nintendo Switch. All right, Nintendo Switch. I had to set it up by Thursday, Friday, so at least I have something to do at home, right? And at least I can play some golf, you know, on Nintendo. What do I have to do? Download that whole thing, the software. I had to talk to my brother-in-law because he's into that. He's a computer geek. He's a, video game freak. Is that what they say? Um, I don't know. I mean, at least while I'm going through this shit, right? Now the weather is nice, obviously, right? This is the time people go to Jersey Shore. Is that what it is? I know, right? Maybe I should plan a trip to Jersey Shore. But I'm not a beach person. Is my wife a beach person? Let me ask her. Are you a beach person? Say, you like beaches? Huh? Yeah. But there are some like Jersey Shore beaches, right? Which are, huh? Beaches in the mountains? Yeah. This is the time for us to be together. And this fucking world is not actually with us. All right? Um, and I sort of kind of, need her here, with this fucking pain. If I have to go through that Hopefully not surgery, you know, but just pain. In any case, all right, let's not talk about sciatica anymore. All right, it is what it is. Suck it up, sir. Suck it up. So I'm doing this like 3 times a week, fucking thing, right? And hopefully I'll get somewhere, right? And then maybe in like a month and a half, if me and my wife are together, wherever we are together, all right, uh, be that in the mountains of Hamza, Pakistan, right, or somewhere else, hopefully, right? Uh, she's here. Well, that would be a miracle, right? Miracle. That would be amazing, actually, if she's here, because this is her home. All right, everyone. Um, do I sound depressed? Maybe I do. I actually should think about, now that I'm looking at my weekend schedule, right? I don't have anything really scheduled. Typically, at least I would do like a hike or like play golf, right? I can't do any of that now. So I don't know. I don't know. That makes me more depressed. All right, let's talk about something positive. All right, let's talk about something positive. Otherwise, I'm gonna be in this fucking black hole of okay, what am I going to do over the weekend? Oh, Friday comes and then oh my fucking God. All right. And as my therapist says, right, chiropractor, man, it's a matter of time. Well, that's the fucking problem, right? For me, I don't have patience. All right. I just want things done right away, you know, including fixing my fucking sciatica, right? Especially, when I see I I I drive on our main drag, right? On our street, and you go past the bridge, overhead bridge on the gazillion dollar golf course, right? I see those people in the carts, and I feel like I should show them a finger. I don't know. I wasn't expecting this. Then what were you expecting, sir? Nothing. I was expecting something more positive in my fucking life, all right? Um, so, and then this whole fucking thing with Trump happened Saturday, right? Oh my fucking God, dude. I don't want to talk about that. But, I was just listening to Bill Burr, and he was saying the same thing. This fucking country, if something, like, if he was hit by that fucking bullet, this country would have been in shame, whatever the fuck, like, kind of like in agony of division and this and that, and it would have been a fucking disaster. All right, without turning my podcast, you know, in a political direction, would have been a disaster. All right, uh, that's why I don't fucking want to talk about politics. But hey, listen, this is the first time I'll be voting, so I don't know. I have no fucking idea who I'm going to be voting for. All right. Um, I have no idea. Um, Maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. All right. I don't know. My concerns are not the vote and this and that. All right. My concerns are my immediate concern, this fucking pain, and my wife we are not being together. All right. And then I have to basically just focus on work. All right. And I don't have that balance. All right. Don't I say that? I don't have that work in family, that life balance right now. All right. I don't have any balance right now. Uh, okay. What else is there to talk about? It's mid-July, so that means, August is when people go on vacation, right? I'm hoping that something happens, right, for my wife especially. And and we are together. And my ends are not fucking ending tonight. And I'm already 20 minutes into my podcast. All right. So hold on a second. My wife was talking about something else. Maybe something before she was going too philosophical. Maybe I should just catch up with her on that topic. What were you saying before? Hello? You're talking about the when the world is going to end, the whole universe is going to end. Hello? Are you sleeping? I don't have anything else to talk about, apparently. Um, no, I think you were talking to one of your friends, right? She was asking, or something like that. In any case, so she was mentioning something about like when this, like, okay, physically we know when this planet is going to fall into the black hole of our star, right? Which is what, 3.5 billion, 4 billion years? Our star is going to become a what? Like it's going to just die out. When it dies out, then the gravity is not there, and then the planets are going to fall into sun, right? Are they going to basically like collide into each other? But we're talking about 3.5 billion years, all right? And I only, if I have anything left, probably 30 more years, all right? Um, I mean, that's the obvious answer, right? That's the obvious fucking answer. Um, here's okay. So this is what I would say, right? Not to like continue the thread of what she was talking about, right? Like sometimes I fall into this abyss, right? And this is the real abyss, all right? Hear me out. I fall into this real abyss of, okay, so what was before everything? Yeah? That abyss is the real black hole. Means even if we die, right? Even if we die, everything is here, all right? Everything is here. So there's no other side. I don't think there's any fucking other side when it comes to reality or any other reality, right? Other reality other than this three-dimensional uh you know space and time continuum we have. Other than that, even if there are other realms, right? Those realms are got to be within here. Because if those realms are having there before anything and everything, then what was before them, right? See? And then there's the black hole sometimes I fall into, right? There's the abyss I fall into, you know? And isn't that where they say that, oh, maybe if you're gonna think like that, you know what's gonna happen, man? You know how the Buddhist and then the Eastern, religions believe in like the reincarnation. Then you might be coming back here, sir. Okay, which I don't want to do. I don't fucking want to come back to this planet. I don't believe in that, first of all right? But if I start believing in things like, oh, okay, you know what? If 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 you don't know what was before everything, all right, and what was before that, and what was before that, right? So if this leads into a real abyss, right? Black hole, right? What does that mean? That we physically, when we go away, but our energy and everything still stays. Who said that the other day? Oh, Uh, so somebody like Bob Lazar, right? Bob Lazar is the guy from Area 51. Remember Area 51, where they were saying that, humans had, or the US military has gotten hold of some alien technology, some alien fucking, metal, right? Very like rare, not even earth. Some sort of like, what was it? What is it? What is that metal called? The element 151? No, element 115, right? So they were experimenting with that, and so at some point in time, he was saying, I think somebody asked him, like philosophically, what do you think the whole, if they are aliens, what do you think this whole construct is, right? Especially us humans, and us being the most advanced, the most advanced species on this earth, right? As far as we know. Um, and actually, when I was up there at Bear Mountain, right? Me and my brother-in-law and this other guy, Indian guy, right? And I known them for, and him and his wife are there. And we were talking about this whole thing too, right? That if this whole construct, like, what is this? Okay, it's Fermi paradox, whatever it is, right? Whether the aliens have already come to this fucking planet through wormholes. That's the only way they can come here. Otherwise, they can't, nobody can come here on a ship. All right? I don't believe in that whole Area 51 nonsense. I think that was the US Air Force. They were basically experimenting with these, like, sort of like the 1950s and 60s technology, right? Right after fucking World War II, right? Just in case some shit happens again, right? I think that's what it was. They were no fucking alien. They didn't have any alien technology they hadn't gotten hold of. All right? So, where the hell I was going with this? Oh my fucking God. I lost chain of thought. All right, so Bob Lazar, all right? So somebody asked him, right? So somebody asked him, although Bob Lazar, he said, and he has been consistent in what he's saying, right? And I mean, this whole thing with the element 115 and that being some sort of an alien technology, right? The flying saucers and all that. Remember all those, like, whatever conspiracy theories or whoever, any of you seen those, right? But so somebody was asking him, okay, so what's this whole fucking construct? Us being humans, and maybe that if the aliens have actually landed here, right, through wormholes, means that they are hovering above us or some in some other fucking higher dimension, right, watching us. That's a possibility, right? Yeah, well, that's when you take a psychedelic, right? A heroic dose of psychedelic and realize, holy shit, am I in another fucking realm or this is another reality? All right? So maybe that's what it is, right? Maybe like another advanced civilization, right? 100 years, even just 100 years more advanced than us. Oh, okay, so that's okay. So how about 1,000 years more advanced than us? Right? Maybe they have actually come up with the technology, they've discovered the fucking technology to actually fly through wormholes, right? Where you bend the space of time, all right? And so he was saying that, yeah, maybe, yeah, I mean, he was like, oh, I've seen the fucking flying saucers, blah, blah, blah. But like, what is this whole construct? Okay, so what he was saying that us humans are just a vessel for something else. And that vessel is what these aliens. Oh, I think this was the question, all right? Let me rephrase this. Don't quote me on this, all right? I'm just talking shit. So they asked him, okay, so what do you think? If the aliens are here through wormholes or whatever the fuck other technology, right? What do you think they're doing here? What's the whole purpose? If they're more advanced, whatever, if they are from other dimensions, what's their purpose? Or what's the whole thing, right? For us humans. And he was saying that okay, so we are vessels for soul, right? Which I kind of understand that our body may be a vessel for something else. All right. Now, if you listen to, especially these days, somebody like Joe Rogan or all these other guys, right? He brings in all these guests, and if you talk to them, I've talked to him, he would say, "Oh yeah, you know what it is, man? Now this with this AI and all this, I think our human body, which is our vessel, is creating another thing which is going to be integrated with the fucking AI. Is that what it is?" So I think Bob Lazar was saying the same thing that these aliens actually are they are harvesting our souls, human souls, he said. So they want to make sure that our souls don't wander into the fucking bad shit that happens in this world, right? Hence, you have the what do you call it, disciplines and this and that, right? I don't know. That's also a far-fetched idea that these fucking like you think that an advanced civilization is so much interested in our human souls if they're more advanced than us. No, I kind of don't believe in that, but I think this whole idea, I think I talked about that last time. Didn't I talk about that last time in my podcast? That if in fact we are going to we're going to be catapulted into some other realm after at the advent of our physical death, right? Where there's another fucking reality. So that this whole fucking universe, especially our like three-dimensional space and time, this whole thing is a construct. It's a simulation. Make sense? It's a fucking simulation, all right? You name it. The alien is doing it, or whoever is running this simulation, all right? But we don't know it because nobody has come back from the other fucking side. Okay. So listen to my last podcast. I think this guest that Joe Rogan had on, he had a near-death experience. Oh, I talked about it, right? So he was talking about he saw his dead father, and he was basically telling him to go with him, right? Because he almost died, right? So if there's a reality, then that means that I am of the belief that this whole thing is a fucking simulation, all right? Somebody's doing it. You call it the higher being or whatever you call it, you know. But there's got to be some sort of a logical explanation for all this, right? Yes, the logical explanation for all this is in our human language, in our human logic, in our reasoning. This is a simulation. This whole fucking construct is a simulation. All right. So I mean, I sort of agree with him maybe that because if you have been doing bad shit on this planet, right? Whatever reason, I'm not blaming anyone. I'm not pointing fingers. Everybody has to go through some shit in their lives. And if you happen to be, or somebody happens to be an unfortunate person, and sometimes I feel like I'm not saying that I'm an unfortunate person, but sometimes I feel like maybe I wasted too much fucking time, and then whatever, right? Because New York City also is a fucking black hole. But uh but like I'm talking about, people who do really bad shit, right? And so what happens if this is a simulation, then what happens to them? Do they go through some like really fucking like punishment is hell, right? Forever. And then they come out other side. I have no fucking idea. All right. But that's like the equivalent of a children's story, right? You do good, you do good, you get rewarded for that. You do bad, you get punished for that. All right. But that's like again, that's like the equivalent of like, you know, uh, what do you call it? Reward and punishment, right? Reward and punishment. Remember when you were like 10 years old? Oh, you do your homework, you get the fucking candy, whatever the hell it was, right? Same thing. If you don't, then you are going to suffer whatever, right? And maybe that is sort of the idea that these fucking aliens are just running this simulation, right? And and at the same time, I don't think they're very interested in our souls or whatever, right? I mean, maybe they're interested in us, progressing in terms of our understanding of this universe, right? Not only the physical universe, right? But also, okay, so what is, okay, the matter is constructed of, starting with this like basic particle, right? What is it called? Higgs boson, right? God particle or the mass particle, right? Which actually gives mass to matter, right? But then within that, if you go deeper into that particle, what's in there? Nothing. So this whole fucking thing is a construct of nothing. All right. So that's the whole sort of, if you try to wrap your mind around this whole reality, the problem is that our mind is still a monkey mind. We can't wrap our head around something like, oh, the whole thing is just constructed of nothing. All right. Um, but that is true. If you go into quantum realms, the reality becomes even more interesting, right? More interesting. And apparently at that level, everything is connected. Everything is connected. All right. What is that? It's like some sort of like a fabric of like fucking space within the space, and that fabric actually holds everything. Is that what it is? You see that? So that may be one of the possibilities that yes, if the whole reality, the physical reality is out of that nothingness, right? Then what is it? All right. I think that kind of answers the physical reality. But then are there any other realities out of like, okay, so out of that whatever fabric, right? That fabric of space, all right? Like physical material, quantum world, right? Does it also generate something else other than like matter and, my body and, this fucking table and this whatever, right? This couch, right? Does it also, is there any other reality? Is there any other realm where you feel like, wait a minute, now I'm in this fucking realm where I feel like I don't have a body, but I'm in a different realm. I have a mind, but my body isn't there, or whatever, right? Get my point? So that's another possibility. All right. Because if this whole thing is a simulation, that's the possibility. All right. Wasn't that fucking movie Matrix based on that? You know that the whole thing is a simulation. And who were the characters in Matrix? Obviously, Keanu Reeves, right? Keanu Reeves was there. He's the main character, right? Try to fucking remember, because I just watched that movie so many fucking times, I don't remember. Where, you know, isn't that like a dystopian movie? That now the cities, I think the cities were in sort of shambles. Wasn't that what it was? Matrix. And then there are other forces which actually are running, bad characters are running the whole thing, and those bad characters are actually like robots from other some fucking other dimension, right? And in order to get into that, you have to take a red or the blue pill, right? One of them. But then that metric, that the idea of that metric is more like ones and zeros, like the fucking computer metrics, right? And which I think is what these people are talking about now as far as AI. Is AI just like a god is going to rise out of ones and zeros? I don't think so. Uh, I mean, a technological software god, right? That's going to control everything, right? Cyberdyne, no. Or Skynet, right? From Terminator movie. Uh, I don't know, but something is going to happen the next, I don't know, 10 years. Because the problem is that the technology is moving so fucking fast as opposed to, our brain's evolution, because our brain's evolution somehow has stopped, right? I mean, what do you think is going to happen to human brain? Nothing. Unless in 100 years our genes basically change the state, right? Let's say 100 years, our genes change the state, and now we are like we humans now have these sort of like neurons which are much more powerful in terms of like computation and thinking, and even we somehow have given rise to these genes, right? In our DNA, which actually gives this ability for our neurons to somehow be in different realities at the same time. All right? Because right now our brains are just monkey brains still. All right? That's why we only see through our eyes, and we hear and we smell, right? But if we come up with that sort of like hybrid, you know, brain, right? Or with those neurons that our genes is going to actually generate, right? Let's say 100 years, 150 years, 200 years, who the fuck knows, right? And then we are in that other realm where we turn on a switch, or at some point in time after we are, let's say, 20 years old, right? Then we realize, holy shit, our neurons are now actually also giving us this like feeling, all right? This is how it starts. I'm not talking about like, like science fiction novel here or movie, all right? So this is how it may start. So you are 19 or 20, right? And then you realize your neurons are actually also giving you some other fucking, you know, reality. It starts with a feeling, right? It starts with a feeling, and then you realize, holy shit. I'm not talking about a dream state, because dream state is different, right? Even in our awakened state, we realize, oh, I see that everything is connected. I see I'm in the fucking quantum reality, all right? And that kind of ability, right? If we have that kind of ability, then maybe we say, oh, wait a minute, are there any other beings in there other than us? Can I actually travel through my mind through that other, reality fabric of time, right? Our space into far, far distances, other planets. And that may be the fucking wormhole we're talking about, all right? Maybe that's what the fucking alien advanced civilizations have achieved, all right? So there you go. Uh, so you're right. So you start the feeling and you realize, oh shit, you know what? Now I can, I don't even need to take a fucking psychedelic. My neurons are so powerful. Now I can, even just like closing your eyes for a few minutes, right? 1 minute, and you realize, oh shit, you are in a different realm, right? And then you start seeing things. You start seeing like the visuals and, whatever, maybe you'll see other fucking beings in there, right? And and then that I think is the more advanced, one of the more advanced civilizations would do. All right. And and then okay, so then how the fuck are they going to come up with a ship that's going to actually, let's say, catapult many of them, many of us, right, through a wormhole. So it's not only me, I'm gonna, or my future, let's say if I have a kid, if you have a kid, right, and then, their kid, right, they are the ones who are going to go into this reality, not by themselves. They're going to say, oh, you know what? Hey, guys, let's just, okay, now all of us are 20-year-old. Let's just try to get in there all together. Can we actually start, you know, the communication through that other dimension? All right. Now we have to come up with a fucking ship in our imagination. And then by that time, I think we would know, okay, this is a fucking exoplanet, right? It's a fucking exoplanet, whatever, 20 million light years away from here, right? And then we're going to say, all right, well, let's find out what's there, right? And that's when you won't need a real ship. When I say a ship, like not a physical ship, it's like fucking, gazillion thrusters, right? Thermonuclear thrusters. I'm talking about, you just use your fucking mind to create that ship, and then you go there in that ship with your buddies, land there. All right. So that's the fucking next level beings, advanced beings will do, and maybe that's what they are doing now to us, right? Not that they're doing anything to us, but maybe that's how they are here. And remember the prime directive, all right? Remember that. Don't fuck with people who are there, all right? You go to land your ship on another planet and you realize, oh, those people are that they are like fucking cave dwellers, right? Don't fuck with them, all right? Because you're gonna go in there and you're gonna show yourself off. No, all right? Don't. And I mean, that's another possibility, right? That's the Fermi paradox, that's how these more advanced beings are here, but they're not going to interfere with our state of things every day, whatever, right? Except some people, I think they're just fucking whatever. Who knows? Maybe they actually, remember the abduction stories? Oh, these alien beings abducted me, and and I saw these bright light, and I saw, the fucking stairs up to the ship, and they took me there, and they did something with me. I don't really. I mean, that's like the reductionist sort of like the idea, right? I don't know. Maybe some people do that, and maybe that's how they actually come into contact with these aliens. I have no fucking idea. All right, so that's one possibility. So, where did I go from where? Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, so I went from Bob Lazar's theory that we are vessels for human souls. Oh, they are harvesting us. The aliens are harvesting our souls, right? Which I don't believe so. But if there are aliens from other dimensions and they're here, then obviously they know more than what we do, right? So they got to be doing something. I have no idea. All right. Um, but I don't fucking believe that, that sole purpose of, like, for example, if these aliens or these beings, all right, the advanced beings have actually started the chain reaction of life on this fucking planet, right? Starting with molecules. Remember the Prometheus movie where the engineer is actually sent to Earth, right? However many years. I think it's actually in future. And then what he does is that he actually sacrifices himself. Remember when, no spoilers, it doesn't matter, all right? That's an old fucking movie. Remember when he actually drinks that whatever potion and then his body disintegrates and then it becomes part of the DNA and that's how the humans, right? So that's if that's what these aliens have done, that they have sent one, all right, one of their fucking beings to start this chain reaction of life, which I don't think they have like sent some sort of like a being with like arms and fucking legs. Isn't that the fucking theory? Another like conspiracy theory that the fucking Egyptian pyramids was a civilization, more advanced civilization, aliens being from another planet who came back in the days 15,000 years ago, right? And they built those pyramids. I don't know. I don't believe in that. All right? Those fucking pyramids are nothing but graves. Pharaohs' graves. That's what they are. Built by the pharaohs through their whatever, their slaves. All right? But, but, um, if if anything, then the other possibility is that we are. Now, okay, so now, here, okay, so if the chain reaction was started by these alien beings through a single form of, like a single, singular, like cellular, unicellular life, right? Then that means that we are them, all right? Means we are the fucking aliens, all right? In our advanced form, species, whatever you call them, call us, right? Our primates, and then we evolved, right? But I don't think, and I shouldn't believe in something like, oh, somebody actually started this. There's a possibility that nobody was needed and it just started itself. I mean, the atmosphere is created by the plants, all right? Are you surprised? The atmosphere has been created by the plants and the life for it to protect itself from the harsh fucking space. All right? That's how we thrive here because of the ozone layer. Now, this was created not by some alien species, but the life for billions of years. It's created slowly, slowly, slowly. It created the whole atmosphere. Right? So, yeah, well, then you can say, all right, but then what, Mars? There's possibility that Mars had fucking life. I mean, even like 500,000 years. Who knows? A million years, right? Because that's a long time, humans. That's a long fucking time, all right? Um, well, the Martian life, you know, regardless of how many fucking movies they have made, right? Science fiction movies of life on Mars and blah blah blah, right? I don't believe that Mars had life, at least in some distant past, because the problem with life on a planet like Mars, Mars does not have the iron ore in its center. All right. That's why Sun basically just sends all these fucking solar flares, and Mars does not have that magnetosphere to protect it. All right. So what does that mean? So the iron ore was there at some point in time? Yeah, we cannot disappear from the center of Mars, right? So so unless some other fucking species from another fucking planet, right, came and they basically just, they put the fucking nuclear bombs into the center of fucking Mars and killed the whole fucking iron ore. That's a whole different story, right? I'm not talking about like a Death Star from Star Wars movies, but that's a possibility, right? I don't know. I mean, I don't think you would need a nuclear bomb. You just need a few asteroids, right? Which could basically shift the whole fucking iron ore and this and that, and that just basically kill the whole fucking life on Mars, right? That's a possibility. All right. So, in any case, 55 minutes, everyone. I guess I just talked shit. Is my wife here? Say, hello. Oh, you were here. Okay. You wanted to chime in into this? My ideas, my theories? No, you know what? When she's here, then she'll be on the podcast, right? Obviously, she has her own theories, right? My wife is intelligent, she knows. All right, everyone, 56 minutes, and I'm gonna try to get to sleep early because that whole fucking like Copa America Cup, and then, yesterday I couldn't even get up before 2 o'clock, you know. So I am assuming you all are having a great start of the week. And I'll see you all next Monday or the weekend.